All right, guys. Ask a Felon back with another one for you. I'm gonna go on, just go down a list of questions. I ain't gonna rush it this time. It's not gonna be no shorts. I think this will be probably a long form. What's easier than people think? What's easier than people think, and it's something I can't never get my wrap my head around, is why so many people out here. I know I'm not the only one who experiences it, but there's so many people in this world that worry about everybody else's life, like that. Like that's all they care. They can be living the shittiest life possible, but they got advice for everybody else, or they talk shit about how everybody should be living, and or they just don't know how to function in life without talking about somebody else or talking about somebody else's life. I don't know. I notice that everywhere I go. People are always worried about whatever the people are doing. It's never just about themselves. It's not that hard to live a simple life. It's not that hard. A judge told me that one time. He told me, it's not that hard to live right. It really ain't that hard. It's pretty simple. Unless you're doing drugs, then yeah, drugs, you ain't gonna live right. But it's not that hard to live a normal life. It's really not. Get up, go to work, come home, spend time with your family. I think once you got a family, that's what it's supposed to be all about. But I guess not, because in my relationship, that's what it was. It was like chasing something else all the time, always chasing something better, chasing something different, even though it was all good how it was. But it's like they got to have other people to validate them. One person ain't enough to validate them. A lot of people, they don't know how to live their life about only and worry about themselves. They're always talking shit, and it's not that they're worried about somebody for the better. It's because they just want to talk shit, or they want to. It makes them feel better judging other people or something. I don't know. I've known so many people in my life that don't know how to focus on their own self and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. It's crazy. What's harder than people think? Getting off drugs. I think that's probably one of the hardest things there is to do. I know so many people, I've known so many people who want to get off of them, but they can't get past the withdrawals and shit like that. So it's hard to do. Getting off drugs is harder than people think. Unless you've ever been a drug addict, you don't know how hard it really is. Did prison strengthen or weaken my faith? Actually, being in jail and prison strengthened my faith, because there was a time I was in jail, and as crazy as it sounds, I know there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe it, but I was sitting in jail one time, and I was sitting there and I prayed. My bunkie got me to pray with him, and we sat there and I read a verse out of the Bible, prayed, and I laid down. And I was facing a long time, because I think this was the time I had turned myself in after I'd been running for so long. But I was sitting there, and I ended up falling asleep after I prayed. Then when I woke up, I don't know why, the first thing I did was, when I woke up, I got off the bunk and looked out my window. And where our jail was, there's a church down the road from it. That's the only thing you can really see was the sky view of downtown or whatever. And I looked down at this church, and there's a cross on top of the church. It looked like it had a mirror on it, because the sun was just hitting it just right to where it looked like that cross was lit up with a big neon light. I looked at my bunkie and I told him, I said, I'm going to go home tomorrow. Watch. The judge is going to cut me some slack tomorrow. And sure enough, the next day, the judge, instead of locking me up after I ran for 5 years, been on the run for 5 years, I turned myself in. But when I went to court, the judge told me, you know what? You ain't went nowhere. Have you been in this town the whole time? I said, yep, Your Honor, I've been at the same address the drug court has. He looked at the prosecutor and he's like, did you guys even look for him? Well, the prosecutor told him, Your Honor, you're stupid if you let this guy go today. He ran once, he's going to run again. Judge looked at him and looked at me and he said, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to let you go today. He's like, but you better prove one of us wrong, and I better not be the one that looks stupid. Prosecutor was like, Your Honor, you're crazy letting him go. And the judge was like, well, I'm letting him go. Call me crazy. And he let me go. My dumb ass ran again 3 days later. I couldn't do the drug court shit. So yeah, it strengthened my faith. I've always had a sign. Anytime something bad's going on in my life, I've always had a sign. Usually it's a rainbow that'll appear at the weirdest, oddest time. Or like I said, I seen that cross lit up. What keeps people from reoffending? I think having something to care about. I think that's the best way to keep you from reoffending. If you got something you care about, like I think a lot of the reason people are in prison is because they don't have shit they don't have nothing to care about. Nobody cares about them. So I mean, how are they going to care about anybody else? Why do so many people go back? Usually it's drugs, or because they can't get that break. You know, if it wasn't for me having family to go to that let me stay at their house to do my house arrest and shit, I probably wouldn't have been out. I probably would have ended up reoffending. I mean, just to be 100% honest about it. Like, I luckily I had people who care about me, and they let me stay at their place and shit. Why do no? I already did that. What's one prison rule that made no sense? Having to wear your damn name tag. You had to wear a name tag with your DOC number on it. All that did was make it to where everybody on the outside can get your information, or anybody on the inside can have the people on the outside check your information and find out what you're there for. But if you ain't got nothing to hide, I guess that shouldn't really be a big deal. It's just the fact that they can still run your name. That gives them information they can try to use against you. Matter of fact, that reminds me of a story. When I was in prison and I got in a fight with my bunkie, when you get in a fight and you go to the hole in prison, usually they'll have your bunkie pack your shit up, or the guards will come and pack your shit up. Well, when they packed my shit up, I got in a fight with my bunkie. They mixed up our shit, and my bunkie that I ended up beating his ass fighting with him. I didn't beat his ass like I should have, but I tried to do it the least way possible so I didn't get caught. But anyway, they switched our boxes around. Some of my shit got put in his shit, and that motherfucker had the nerve to send me a kite when I got out and got back in my program. Send me a kite with my sister's address on it and told me, I got your people's information. I want my $50 back that got mixed up. I told him, I'll beat your ass. That's when I told him, I said, come outside to lunch, because he was in the dorm across the street from me. Across the street, across from where you at. There's a door that's probably 7 foot, 8 foot away. There's a dorm on one side, dorm on the other. And when you go to chow, you both go together. But I told him at the door, I said, you need to come to chow today, because he sent me a kite, had enough nerve to take my sister's address out of my address book and told me, I got your sister's address. I want my $50 or I'm going to have something done to it. I told him I'll beat his ass to come to lunch that day. And that motherfucker had enough nerve to snitch on me. So I ended up telling the counselor when she came and asked me, what did you threaten him for? I said, I didn't threaten him. I just told him to come to chow. I never said I'm going to beat his ass or do anything to him. I just told him come to chow today. I said, and since he wants to snitch, that motherfucker threatened me with my sister's address, because you motherfuckers fucked up and put my address book in his shit. Like, that right there is some dangerous shit. They should never have that happen. It should never be allowed to happen that they have inmates pack your shit up, because he had my sister's address and tried to bribe and blackmail me with it. Have I ever forgiven myself? For some shit, but not for everything. I still got a lot to worry about on that and fix. Have you forgiven the people who hurt you? I always forgive people. I'm never one that holds grudges. There's only a couple people I've held grudges against in my life, and that's because these two people were the grimiest, dirtiest, low-life motherfuckers I ever met, and they've done some grimy shit. What's something people say that annoys ex-felons? Fuck, I don't know. Probably you ain't changed. What's your biggest accomplishment? I'd have to say getting drug-free, and then after that, it'd be getting my GED. But with that being said, guys, that's all I got for this one. I'm getting hot. I got to cool down. So remember, hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, throw some questions in the comments. But until next one, see ya.